Have you ever spoken and watched someone's attention drift away, or felt like your words evaporated before they even landed? Meanwhile, some people speak, and the room leans in. Their words carry weight. Their voice makes people pause, reflect, respond. Why is that? Every one of us speaks. Every one of us uses our voice daily. Yet very few people ever learn how this extraordinary instrument actually works, or why some voices have impact and others get ignored. Today, we're going to unlock one of the most underrated superpowers you already have: your voice, the sound of your thoughts leaving your body. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how the human voice works. You'll understand how to use it to transform the way people listen, connect, respect, and respond to you. Let's begin. The instrument everyone plays, but few know how to use. The human voice is the only instrument that is built into the human body. It doesn't need tuning forks, strings, buttons, or keys. Your voice is powerful enough to start a war, and gentle enough to heal someone's heart. With your voice, you can inspire, persuade, comfort, encourage, calm, provoke, or destroy. And yet, so many people feel unheard. They talk, but their words seem to float away. They explain, but the message doesn't land. They want connection, but something gets lost between the mouth and the ears of others. So the question becomes, if we all have a voice, why are some voices listened to while others fade into the background? To answer that, we need to look at what takes away the power of our voice before we ever speak. The 7 habits that silence your voice. Speaking powerfully isn't just about what you do. It's also about what you must stop doing. There are 7 habits that quietly drain strength from your voice. Habits many people don't even know they're using. They are so common that entire conversations collapse because of them. Let's expose them. Point 1. Gossip. Talking negatively about someone who's not present might feel bonding in the moment, but it broadcasts a message you don't realize. Gossip doesn't just hurt the absent person. It damages the credibility of the speaker. 2. Judgment. Some people judge like it's a reflex. But speaking while silently evaluating someone creates invisible walls. Judgment hardens your voice. The listener can feel it, even if you don't say it outright. No one listens openly when they feel weighed on scales. 3. Constant negativity. Negativity makes the voice heavy. It shrinks the emotional space of the listener. That's terrible. Of course that happened. Life is dreadful. People tune out, not because they don't care, but because negativity drains their ability to engage. It offers no solutions, only noise. It signals helplessness rather than leadership. And worst of all, it spreads quickly. Complaining is contagious, and people instinctively avoid the source. 5. Excuses. Some people carry a mental flamethrower. Nothing is ever their fault. Responsibility is always directed outward. Excuses weaken the voice because they weaken the person behind it. 6. Exaggeration and lying. Overstating things erodes trust. When everything is unbelievable, insane, unreal, or life-changing, the language becomes cheap. And when exaggeration slides into dishonesty, the voice becomes hollow. People listen when they believe you. Without trust, the voice collapses. 7. Dogmatism. This is the habit of presenting personal opinions as if they're absolute truth. When someone says things like, "That's just how it is. Everyone knows this. If you disagree, you're wrong." The 4 pillars of a voice people trust. Removing bad habits is the first step. The next step is building on a foundation that makes your voice powerful, memorable, and magnetic. These foundations spell a word that captures the energy of influential communication. HAIL. Not the icy stuff from the sky. This hail means to greet or acclaim with enthusiasm. Let's break it down. Honesty. Truth is the root of trust. Speak clearly. Speak truthfully. Speak without distortion. Honesty sharpens your voice. Authenticity. People listen when you sound like you. Not a script, not an imitation, not a performance. Authenticity resonates because it's rare. Integrity. Your words must match your actions. Integrity makes your voice predictable in the best possible way. People trust what they can rely on. Love. Not romance, not sentimentality. Love in communication means goodwill, a genuine wish for the listener's benefit. When you speak with goodwill, judgment disappears. Compassion rises. Your voice softens yet strengthens. the hidden toolbox inside your voice. Most people spend their lives speaking, without ever unlocking the mechanics of how their voice works. Your voice isn't one single tool. It's a full toolbox, filled with techniques that shape how people interpret your words. But the magic lies in variety. Learning to shift your register adds dimension to your message. 2. Timbre. Timbre is the texture of your voice, the emotional flavor. Warm, rich voices feel comforting. Sharp or thin voices can feel abrasive. The good news: timbre is trainable through posture, breath, and vocal exercises. A monotone voice kills attention. A dynamic voice carries meaning. Prosody is how we emphasize, question, underline, or highlight. It's the difference between speaking words and giving them life. 4. Pace. Pace is the speed at which you speak. Fast pace equals excitement, urgency. Slow pace equals gravity, importance, reflection. Master communicators don't speak at one speed. They conduct their pace like music. Point 5. Pitch. Pitch is the vertical movement of your voice. It influences emotion and intention. Rising pitch can signal curiosity or uncertainty. Lowering pitch can signal seriousness. 6. Silence. Silence is the most underappreciated tool in communication. A pause is a spotlight. A moment of quiet turns words into significance. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is presence without noise. 7. Volume. Volume creates energy. Loudness conveys intensity. Softness draws people closer. People lean in when your voice whispers wisdom. They focus when your voice rises with passion. Volume is emotional punctuation. Preparing the instrument. Vocal warm-up. If you were a pianist, you would warm up your fingers. If you were a runner, you'd stretch your legs. Yet almost no one warms up the instrument they use more than anything else: the voice. Here is a simple warm-up sequence to unlock clarity and strength before any important conversation, presentation, or speech. 1. Deep breath plus audible sigh. Release tension, open resonance. 2. Lip pulses, ba-ba-ba-ba. Activates breath coordination. 3. Lip trill, br. Loosens the lips and face. 4. Tongue articulation, la 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 la. Sharpens diction. 5. Rolled r. Energizes the tongue. Point 6. Siren, we all. Stretches your full vocal range. Do this for 1 minute before high-stakes speaking and your voice will transform. The real reason this matters: we live in a world where many people speak and few truly listen, where sound is everywhere and meaningful connection becomes rare. Look around. Open office spaces with terrible acoustics. Social media algorithms amplifying noise over truth. Arguments replacing conversations. Imagine a world where people speak consciously, listen intentionally, communicate with clarity, use their voices with purpose, express without harming, debate without destroying, speak from truth instead of ego. A world where words are chosen, not thrown, where the human voice becomes a bridge, not a weapon. It's about creating understanding, and understanding changes everything. Your voice is not just a tool. It is part of your identity. It carries your presence. It shapes how people experience you. It changes relationships, careers, opportunities, and futures. So speak with intention, speak with truth, speak with purpose, because the world listens differently when you speak consciously, and that is a voice worth hearing.